Bat! 2 bats. Alright. We know they're powerful and accurate, but they still shouldn't be too much trouble. We're just gonna kind of lure them close and make them waste all their movement getting here. We might need to move a little closer than this. She can reach it from right about there. Throwing at things from the maximum distance away is never a bad idea, as far as I know. I can't tell if weapons like that are more accurate or less accurate the further you are from them. But having space between you and the enemies that will kill you is always good. In fact, I'm going to put a Brecken right over here, just in case they do get close enough to attack Brenna, because she is definitely the most at risk from them. And she just got 2 turns practically in a row, so she's not going to get to move for a bit. Oh boy. They're a little closer than I'd like them to be. Oh, and see, she got to move anyway. It was fine. It was fine all along. Kill the bat! Kill it! Oh, barely survived. Perhaps Rada can finish it off. Yes! 1 down. Will I get to finish them both without taking a hit? That would be great. That would be perfect. Kill the bat! Kill it! Yeah! 1-hit wonder. Nobody was harmed. But the danger was there. No items. Now see, this is why this is the best place to grind in the early game, because to make those bats come back, all you gotta do is 1, 2, 3, they're back. You can fight as many bats as you want. Now there's 3 of them, and they're much closer. That's actually a little dicey. Thank goodness we're all at full health. Protect Brenna. Murder. A Brecken is still a murder machine. Nice miss, bat. Loser. Oh god! See, if he'd hit him, a Brecken would be dead right now. And then we'd have to reload, and I would look like a clown. Oh dear. Actually, I should probably flee, but no, we'll take a chance. Rada's probably going to get a turn before this thing will. Or a Brecken. Finish it off, a Brecken, for your own good. Yeah, see, he did it. No problem. God. They're scary. They're so scary, I love it. Ah, see, here's the bat's rare item, the leathery wing. It sells for about as much as a rat tail. I tried to base the values things sell for. Oh, we also got the Darkened Bat Pelt. Yeah, that's a thing. Darkened Bat Pelt is like an overrated item in my opinion. Like, it's not very powerful armor, and the stealth it offers you isn't that special, so basically it's just 3 defense for no stealth cost, and that's just not great. Anyway, I wanna make sure my party's in good shape before we go into this hole. Gosh, Brecken, I hope you feel better, man. That bat really took a chunk out of you. Oh man, Alejandro, you look so exhausted after healing a Brecken. Let me just fix you up. No problem. Oh, thanks, Brenna. You're such a good friend. Here, let me repay the favor. We gotta take care of ourselves. Oh gosh, what could it be? There was a goblin in here all along. Goblins got a tiny bit tougher in this mode, but only a tiny bit. I didn't really touch their stats, but I did raise them to level 3 from level 1. I don't think that means they're 3 times as hard as they were. But I also gave them heater shields instead of small shields. So their dexterity has improved ever so slightly. And I think they look better with the heater shield, honestly. Like, look at this dude. Well, I'll try to get close enough so we can get a better look at him. Girls, you're too fat or too close together. Can I really not squeeze in there? But yeah, look at this guy with that big old shield. I think it looks good. And their weapon now is Tanto, which is not as strong as the sabers they used to have, but it's significantly more accurate. So they're better at chipping you, basically, which is all goblins were ever meant to be. I also gave them all metal armor instead of, like, cloth types of armor, because they're very clearly wearing metal. Let's be honest here, they are not wearing leather. And I actually ended up doing the reverse for most of the bandit enemies, who are wearing metal armors when they are clearly wearing cloth and leather type armors. The goblins still suck and they stand no chance against a fully equipped party like us. At least, on their own. When there's more of them, they'll be more of a problem. We'll take this pile of treasure here. Bunch of stealth potions. It was not gold. Don't tell me it looked like gold, because it obviously wasn't. Head on up these stairs here. Hello again. Back already. How did it go? Your troubles are over, Cedric. What do I want to say this? You might want to fix the crack in your cellar. I suppose that's something I might handle myself. I wouldn't wait too long. You never know what will crawl through there. There was a nasty goblin down there, but I took care of him. He must have been training those bats to harass my customers. The evil imp. Thank you. There was a reward, you know. 100 gold. Oh, we don't need... Say no more. You'll accept the reward happily. After all, I get a 10% commission. Well, in that case, thank you. We'd like a room, too. By all means, Squire. Thanks, Cedric. Okay, so... Before we move on, I want to sell a couple things that I don't need, and buy some additional protective armor and stuff for the party. Put our starting tap to use. Oh, but you know what? Now that I've got the ability to cheese with healer, I think it's time we go back into the castle for those treasure chests that Brenna ran out of stamina to pick. Because those chests, I so happen to know, are tied to the bandit drop chart, and bandits drop a lot of things like leather boots, mercenary belts, leather cloaks, things like that. If we get lucky in a couple of these chests, we might be able to, well, not need to buy as many of those things. So let's go. We'll do it. It's right here. Why not? Healer cheese is the best. That's why it's for losers, and why it's banned in my challenge runs. No luck there. I could just load and save and try again, but I'm not gonna do that. Gotta respect RNG at least a little bit. So, she's definitely too tired after that. Heal her. Heal Brenna. It takes such a big chunk of stamina from her. Okay, good. Heal Aileron. Oh, heal her again. Yeah. I want to make sure she has enough. Just to be sure. Pick that lock. 22. Pick that lock. Oh, I got something. Healing potion. Oh well. No goodies for me. I don't think she's even good enough to pick this one. Yeah, she needs more ability before she can pick that one. That's okay. We'll just take what we got. And we'll go buy some stuff. I'll wait to heal her. Rada's gonna get worn out talking to the shopkeeper because she has merchant ability. Let's go. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm gonna be kind of curious to see what happens when I get into a fight with some wolves, because one of their weaknesses and resistances I changed is something that's actually relevant to the beginning of the game. See, like, I gave every enemy one weakness and one resistance to a certain element of some kind, and I tried to base it loosely on some logic. Like, in terms of, like, wolves at least, they have, like, fur coats that are, like, protective, right? Well, there are two types of physical damage, smashing and cutting, So I made them weak to cutting, which would like pierce their fur more easily, and resistant to smashing since like the fur would absorb the blow. So weapons like the club would be weaker against them, whereas swords would be stronger. And in a way, that's kind of a nerf, but wolves also kind of needed nerfed because they're bad news. Alright, I was going to sell some stuff. We don't need this map to Aramon. Sell it. I also made key items saleable. I don't care. Goodbye. You don't actually need it for anything. You can finally get rid of Bowden's key for 2 gold. So 2 more gold than you had. See, we're bad merchants, so he's not going to give us the full price on these rat tails and bat wings. Am I going to want to upgrade anyone's shields? We'll see. I should actually save these until I can craft them into armor, because they'll sell more as armor. But we're certainly not going to be wearing beast hide. My god, that armor is trash. We've already got the only staff we need. Charfrin's sword is way better than this. Brenna's our thrower, so we're never going to need any missiles. Definitely don't need this. Definitely don't need this. Definitely don't need that. Stealth potions are worthless. Not going to be hucking this Inferno Flask in anything. We got a nice tidy sum up there. In every town, I included in the shops some items that are way more expensive than others. And in the first town, I cut the players some slack because I knew they wouldn't have a lot of starting capital. The rare items, quote-unquote rare items for the town of Bornea are the Banner of Bornea and the Bardic Gloves. And as you can see, they're both substantially more expensive than the other things here, but they're still also kind of within our price range if we wanted to get them. I would normally have made these much more expensive, but I figured since it's the starting town, and you would just find these things more easily later anyway, if you wanted to get them early, I wouldn't make the cost too exorbitant to do so. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3 of these. We have 1, 2, 3 of these. Gonna get some leather boots. Gonna get some mercenary belts. I'm not going to worry about regions. Well, maybe I should worry a little. How much do I have? I have 11 herbs, 11 gems, and 7 spice. You know, that's probably enough to get started, actually. Because we're not going to be worrying too much about spellcasting. I don't even need to buy healing potions, really. Because we're good. We're good on them. I'm going to go check with the other guy. And see about what armor I want to wear. Because I kind of want to prioritize having dexterity over having protection. Because it's not going to matter quite as much as it usually does for me. Doodly-doo. Oh, he was already wearing one. Oh, this is going to be so annoying to do without the buttons mapped. Okay. Oh. Buttons! These are the trials I have set for myself. Okay, here we go. Leather cloak. Leather cloak. Leather cloak. Leather cloak. Leather boots. 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 Belt. 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 We're already substantially more ready for the road. How good is Aidyn skill? Not very, I'm assuming. 5 minus 2. Yeah, not very good at all. Do I want to just go with cloth armor? I mean, cloth armor is like the basic armor that is 0 cost to your dex. I can't decide if I want to be better protected than that, but I do have all these. That's like 4 all on their own. They add up. I do know one thing I'm at least going to do. We're going to get Rada the ability to use a shield. Yes, that's important. I don't think there's anything else I want to train people in. Or is there? Brenna's going to be our mechanic and thief, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, do I want to teach... Oh, buttons! Okay, we'll shop first, whatever. We've already got a heater shield we can give her, and I think I should. And we're going to go with Buckler. I mean, the heater shield is -1 dex, and she's not as fast as she used to be. Yeah, you know, what? I really don't feel like dragging butt everywhere. We're gonna get as much dexterity and focus on that as we can. So we've got 1, 2, 3 cloth armors already. I guess it just means we need one for a Brecken. We need 1 cloth armor for a Brecken. Yummy. And I've already got 1 buckler, but I need 2 more. Boop boop. And we'll sell all our other junk. Speed! I needs it. I can't sell the other things because they're holding them. When I originally made this mod, I enabled any character to hold shields because I thought that would be cool. But as it turns out, not all of them can hold shields, like visibly on the battlefield. So I decided that the only ones who would be allowed to use shield would be the ones who could actually visibly hold them. And as it turned out, there was 1 character who lost the ability to learn shield, that was Ferris, and 1 character who learned how to use shields, that being Cholet. She was always able to, they just didn't allow her in the original game. Poor girl. So we've got our protection. And you know what? I actually don't think I'm going to train anyone else in anything. So, one thing I did not remove from before, like, one of the things I changed was that anyone can be a wizard if they want. Even a Brecken here, he's a necromancer. And I know that's like sheer blasphemy in the name of all of Aidyn's lore, but I feel like it's a player's choice kind of thing. Like, if they want a Brecken to stay a fighter, he can stay a fighter, and he'll function perfectly well as a fighter. You just never teach him wizard or any spells. Or, if you want him to contribute that way, I mean, he's not going to be good at it at first, because his stats aren't oriented for wizardry, but it gives him more versatility in combat, and to me that is more interesting than just having a character who can only move and hit, or maybe do healer or troubadour. It's fine, is what I'm trying to say. And now we can really get rolling. I guess we should wipe out all these beach bats before we move on. You know what, maybe I should save, since it's been a hot minute. The golden rule of Aidyn is save, save, save. Always save. You never know when the game is going to freeze, or crash, or soft lock, or you'll fall through the floor and end up at the top of the skybox, falling to the bottom of the skybox for all eternity. It's a big mess. It's a big, messy game, and I love it. Fight me, bat. Rah! No, don't go first. Oh god. Actually, some of us are in dire peril of being killed instantly, because we didn't do the healer trick. We'll just have to wipe them out first, won't we? Uh-oh. It didn't die. It didn't die. Run, Brenna, run! Kill it! Yes, it died. I love when they just freeze in place. Ow. No! Game over! See? You see why we save? Because bats bite our heads off. He was at full health, too. And this is why you gotta respect the bats.